The golden sun slowly rose over sunshine savanna. Its warm rays painted the sky with beautiful shades of orange, pink, and yellow. Birds sang cheerful songs from the tallest trees, while colorful butterflies danced over fields filled with bright flowers. In the middle of the savannah lived a family of lions. Among them was a young lion cub named Leo. Leo had soft golden fur, bright amber eyes, and a heart full of curiosity. He loved exploring every corner of the grasslands. Every day brought a new adventure, and Leo could never wait to discover something exciting. His mother often smiled and said, "Leo, remember, adventures are wonderful, but always be careful." His father added, "And never forget that a lion's greatest strength is not sharp claws or loud roars. It is a good heart." Leo nodded, although he didn't fully understand what his father meant. After breakfast, Leo stretched his paws and looked toward the open fields. "I wonder what adventure is waiting for me today," he whispered with a grin. Little did he know that today would become the most important day of his young life. Leo hurried toward the giant baobab tree where his friends always gathered. Waiting there were Molly, the playful monkey; Ellie, the gentle elephant; Toby, the clever tortoise; Zara, the speedy zebra; Benny, the colorful parrot. "Leo!" Molly shouted as she swung from branch to branch. "You're late," laughed Zara. "I had to finish breakfast," Leo replied. "What should we play today?" asked Ellie. Molly pointed toward Butterfly Meadow. "Let's have a butterfly race." Everyone cheered. The friends laughed as butterflies fluttered all around them. Benny flew overhead, calling directions. "No running into the flowers," he chirped. The game was filled with giggles and friendly competition. Even Toby, who walked very slowly, smiled happily. "I'm not fast," Toby laughed, "but I always finish." Everyone clapped for him. Leo loved playing with his friends because they always encouraged one another. No one cared who won. Being together was the greatest prize. As the afternoon sun warmed the land, the friends wandered into the royal clearing. This special place belonged to King Baraka, the wise lion who ruled Sunshine Savannah. The clearing was peaceful and beautiful. Tall trees shaded colorful gardens. Birds built nests high in the branches. Flowers bloomed in every color imaginable. In the center stood something very special, a magnificent clay pot. It was taller than Leo. Beautiful pictures of animals were carefully painted around its sides. It was filled with fresh water that reflected the blue sky. Ellie whispered, "My grandmother says this pot is hundreds of years old." Benny nodded. "The king says it reminds everyone that peace and friendship keep our home strong." The friends admired the beautiful pot from a safe distance. "It must be very important," Leo said quietly. "It is," Toby answered, "so let's be careful." Everyone agreed. Page 4. Butterflies everywhere. Just then, a brilliant blue butterfly fluttered past Leo's nose. "Wow!" he laughed. Another butterfly joined it, then another. Soon dozens of butterflies danced through the clearing. "They're beautiful," Molly shouted. "Catch them if you can." The friends laughed and chased the butterflies carefully around the gardens. The butterflies zigzagged through flowers, bushes, and small trees. Leo chased the brightest butterfly he had ever seen. Its wings shimmered like tiny pieces of the sky. "Wait for me," Leo laughed. The butterfly floated around the royal clay pot. Leo slowed down. "I should stop," he thought. But then the butterfly landed just behind the pot. "I can reach it," Leo whispered. He carefully stepped closer. The butterfly flew away again. Leo took one more step, then another. Suddenly, his paw slipped on a smooth stone hidden beneath the grass. "Oh no!" Leo stumbled forward. His shoulder bumped the great clay pot. For one long second, Nothing happened. Then the enormous pot began to wobble. It rocked from side to side. Everyone froze. Ellie's eyes grew wide. "Toby," whispered Zara. "I don't think that's good." The pot tipped farther. Leo reached out with both paws. "No, no, please don't fall." But it was too heavy. With a tremendous crash. Crack! The royal clay pot shattered into dozens of pieces. Silence filled the clearing. Even the birds stopped singing. The butterflies flew away. Leo stared at the broken pieces. His heart beat faster than it ever had before. I didn't mean to," he whispered. His friends slowly gathered around him. No one spoke. They all knew the royal pot could never be put back together the way it had been before. Leo felt tears fill his eyes. What am I going to do now? Leo looked at the broken pieces of the royal clay pot. His ears drooped and his tail curled close to his legs. "I've ruined the king's favorite treasure," he whispered. His friends gathered around him. "It was an accident," Ellie said softly. "You didn't mean to do it," Zara added. "But the pot is still broken," Leo replied. Molly scratched her head. "Maybe. No one will know it was you." Leo looked up. "What do you mean?" "We could just leave," Molly said quietly. "The wind might have knocked it over, or someone else might be blamed." Benny the parrot flapped his wings. "I don't like that idea." Toby nodded slowly. "If we hide the truth today, we may have to hide another lie tomorrow." Leo felt as though a heavy rock was resting on his heart. He didn't want anyone to be angry with him, but he also didn't want someone else to be blamed for something they hadn't done. "I need time to think," Leo said. The friends slowly walked home together, but Leo hardly noticed the beautiful flowers or the singing birds. His mind was full of worry. On the way home, Toby suggested they visit his grandmother, the oldest tortoise in the savannah. Grandma Tortoise lived beneath a giant acacia tree. She welcomed the young friends with a warm smile. "What brings all of you here with such long faces?" she asked. Leo lowered his head and told her everything, from chasing the butterfly to the terrible crash. When he finished, Grandma Tortoise remained quiet for a moment. Then she smiled gently. "When I was young," she began, "I once broke a basket full of precious eggs by accident." "What happened?" Leo asked. "I wanted to hide," she admitted, "but my mother told me something I have never forgotten." "What was it?" the friends asked together. She looked at each of them kindly. "A mistake is like a shadow. It follows you only while you keep running from it. When you turn around and face it, the shadow falls behind you." Leo thought carefully about her words. "So, you told the truth?" "I did." "Were you punished?" "A little," Grandma Tortoise laughed. "But I also earned everyone's trust." Leo thanked her. The heavy feeling in his heart became just a little lighter. That evening, Leo sat outside his family's den, watching the stars appear one by one. Usually he loved counting constellations. Tonight he couldn't enjoy them, his mother noticed. "You've been very quiet today," she said. "Is something bothering you?" Leo almost told her everything. The words reached his mouth. But then they stopped. "I'm just tired," he replied. His mother kissed the top of his head. "Sleep well, my little cub." Later, Leo lay in his bed of soft grass. He closed his eyes. Instead of dreaming about adventures, he imagined the broken clay pot. He imagined King Baraka looking disappointed. He imagined his friends being questioned. Worst of all, he imagined someone innocent being blamed. Leo opened his eyes. "I can't keep this secret forever," he whispered. Outside, the moon shone brightly. It seemed to remind him that even in darkness there could still be light. The next morning, All the animals gathered in the royal clearing. News had spread quickly. The beautiful clay pot had been broken. King Baraka stood before the crowd. Although he looked sad, his voice remained calm. "My friends," he said, "our ancient clay pot was a symbol of unity and peace." The animals bowed their heads respectfully. "I do not know what happened," the king continued, "but I believe the one responsible did not mean to cause harm." Leo's heart pounded. King Baraka looked around at everyone. "If anyone knows the truth, I ask them to come forward. I promise to listen before I judge." The clearing became completely silent. No one moved. Leo looked at the ground. His paws trembled. Should he speak or stay quiet? He remembered Grandma Tortoise's words. A mistake is like a shadow. Leo took a deep breath. His legs felt shaky. Slowly, he walked toward the king. Every animal watched him. I know what happened," Leo said quietly. King Baraka looked at him with kind eyes. "Please tell us." Leo swallowed hard. "I broke the pot." A gasp spread through the crowd. "It was an accident," Leo continued. "I was chasing a butterfly. I wasn't paying attention. I slipped and bumped into it." Tears filled his eyes. "I'm very sorry. I wanted to hide. I was afraid. But I don't want anyone else to be blamed." The clearing remained silent. Then King Baraka walked toward Leo. The young lion closed his eyes, expecting to be scolded. Instead, the king gently placed a paw on Leo's shoulder. "Thank you," he said. "It takes great courage to tell the truth."